You're listening to WEOP AM 730, the voice of inquiry. It's time for Echoes of Persuasion with your host, Colt Thornton.
Every movement has its visionaries. Every movement has its preachers. But sooner or later, every movement attracts its gatekeepers, the ones who stop asking questions and start guarding the answers. Good evening, I'm Colt Thornton. You're listening to Echoes of Persuasion. In the Masks of Persuasion series, this role emerges when belief hardens into identity, when persuasion gives way to protection, when doubt is no longer explored, but punished. This is the Doctrinal Purist. The Doctrinal Purist does not treat flat earth as a theory. He treats it as a creed. In his world, curiosity is weakness, dialogue is a trap, and dissent is heresy. Truth is not something to be tested, it is something to be defended. And defense, by its nature, requires enemies. The purist's proofs arrive not as arguments, but as catalogs, long lists, numbered endlessly, stacked like commandments. Dozens swell into hundreds. Hundreds threaten to become thousands. The audience is not meant to examine these claims. They are meant to be overwhelmed by them. Each claim, no matter how fragile, becomes another brick in a fortress wall. Question one, and the purist waves it away. There are hundreds more behind it. The structure survives not because it is sound, but because it is heavy. This is persuasion by accumulation, not proof. Numbers hold special power in the purist's rhetoric. Speeds and distances are recited with ritual precision, 1,000 miles an hour, 66,000 miles an hour, millions of miles through space. The cadence is deliberate. The goal is not understanding, but incredulity. Repeated often enough, the numbers stop sounding informative and start sounding absurd. The purist does not explain equations. He mocks scale. Astronomy becomes theater. Physics becomes farce. Data is not analyzed. It is chanted until disbelief feels justified. What begins as measurement ends as ridicule. For the doctrinal purist, belief is not enough. It must be believed correctly. Anything less is compromise, and compromise is corruption. Allies are tolerated only until they falter. A single misplaced phrase, a moment of uncertainty, or a question asked too gently, and today's supporter becomes tomorrow's heretic. The purist does not build bridges. He draws lines. Truth is not shared, it is policed. By declaring others unworthy, he elevates himself as the sole guardian of authenticity. Authority is claimed not by persuasion, but by exclusion. Over time, the circle narrows. The standard grows stricter. The gate closes tighter. And eventually, the purist stands alone. But solitude is not seen as failure. It is worn as proof. To stand apart is to appear untainted. To reject cooperation is to signal incorruptibility. The purist casts himself as the lone rediscoverer of ancient truth, the watchman who saw what others missed. Originality is claimed even when the material is recycled. Repetition becomes revelation through sheer certainty. Every doctrine needs enemies, and the purist is never short on them. His language is martial. Truth must be defended. Lies must be crushed. Dissenters must be routed. To question is not to disagree. It is to defect. The battlefield stretches outward and inward. Outsiders are enemies. Insiders who hesitate become traitors. A single doubt can trigger exile. Fear and shame become tools of enforcement. Fear of being deceived. Shame for being insufficiently loyal. There is no neutral ground, only allegiance or condemnation. From a distance, the purist's fortress looks imposing. Proof stacked upon proof, certainty piled high. But up close, the cracks appear. Each claim is shallow, each wall is brittle. The structure survives by intimidation, not integrity. The obsession with purity ensures constant pruning. Allies disappear, audiences shrink. What remains is not a movement, but a solitary pulpit. Certainty echoes loudly, but convinces no one new. the fortress does not fall to outside attack. It collapses inward. The Doctrinal Purist offers something seductive: clarity without compromise, truth without cracks, a world divided cleanly into right and wrong. But that clarity comes at a cost. In sealing the doctrine against doubt, he seals it against growth. In guarding truth too tightly, he strangles it. Join me as we continue this Masks of Persuasion series here on Echoes of Persuasion. And always remember, the echoes fade, but persuasion never sleeps.